Hi Ford guys, this question gets asked fairly regularly about reading your fault codes on a E-Series Ford. So the TI Performance sells a Obd1 reader, but they're really quite expensive, and there is a cheaper alternative. You can go to Super Cheap or JCar or something like that and pick yourself up some, come on focus, 3.5mm spade terminals, and you can have a look in how where your fuse box is, and there's your connector, and all you do is get the two pins on the end here for your engine self-test, and you plug this fella and how, like so. Pin 1 on the top, pin 1 on the bottom row, and that's your engine self-test. And then pin 5 from the top is your self-test output, and it's got to have a power source. The 12 volt Obd2s have their power on the pin 16, the bottom end, but this one is on the Ford mods or something. The Ford mods forum has some good information on it. It lists all the pins, top row, bottom row. So top row A, B, C, D, engine, transmission, blah, blah, blah. And then bottom row is your grounds, tacho, and here, bottom row, 12 volts. So, it is the same as basically your bottom last pin is your pair for your reader. It says V on this one, but yeah. But there are other, like you can go to the TI Performance page as well. It's just a matter of finding it. It can be a hassle trying to find information online. Well, that's the one from the TI Performance, and it'll explain to you basic stuff. Actually, it's got a fair bit of information for a lot of stuff, other things, and a fault code list as well. That's the TI Performance one. Yeah, that's enough of that. We'll get some ground on this fella. And that, come on fingers. So bottom last pin there, supposed to be 12 volts. So if you get, I've found a 12 volt strip light, does the job, and just plug your red one into your power. It's a bit hard to see with the camera in the way. And then your negative on your self-test out. So you can use your self-test out, which is negative on your LEDs. You can plug that into your ABS, your engine, your transmission, and if you bridge your STIs, your self-test ins for engine, ABS, transmission, airbag, whatever, and then plug your self-test out into the whatever corresponding pin for each module. So I'm going to do the engine test, which is 5th from the end. I'll plug that one in. So I'll plug that one in to Number 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We've got lights. You can't really see them because it's light in here. I'll flick the ignition on. Yeah, she's flashing out codes. One, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 1, 2. That's it. Oh, so apparently I have fault codes. I will go again. I think code 11 is all good. Something like that. The Toyotas do the same. Code 12 or something. A pass, like clear pass. Yes, that's pretty easy. I think it's probably easier to use a beeper. Like if you're going to go to J-Car or something, get a 12 volt beeper and then you can hear the codes while you're writing it down. You don't got your eyes glued to the lights while you're trying to write down the number of flashes if you've got poor memory. But yeah, let's pretty simple. If I go back onto the TI performance, and they've got a list of fault codes. Code 11 system pass. What else was it saying? 52 power steering switch open. That's probably because the engine is not running, and it was flashing lots of 2 map sensor circuit. That's probably because I've disconnected the TFI. So those codes are like nothing. They're all self-inflicted. I've done that. But yeah, you can have the car running, and you turn the steering wheel to switch the power steering switch on and off, and I think you do the aircon or something stupid like that, and it'll do a systems check, and it'll also put it into base timing mode, so you can set your base timing, whatever you need to do. And another thing with the TFIs on these, on your distributor, I always unplug mine when I've got the reds on for extended periods, because they have a bad habit of burning out. When I first got this car, I was having troubles with the door locks, and I wanted to reset the thing because that's what they reckon. I'll leave it on for 40 minutes. And that was all good, and then a couple of days later the TFI just shed itself, and I think that was from having the key on for 40 minutes, and it put a lot of heat through the TFI, and then it heated up and cooled down again and just blew out. And I've used cheap Trident modules. They don't last very long at all. I think it was a Trident module I had in when I was just checking the reverse lights on the trailer or something. Well, just checking the trailer lights. I turned the ignition on, checked the lights, and same thing a couple of days later. It just shed itself. So if you ever have if you need to have your reds on for any sort of testing, just unplug your TFI, and it'll save you like $120 for a decent one, which isn't cheap if you've got to buy them all the time. but they are a better unit, your $120 ones. You can get them at Repco. They're a CM426 or something like that. I think they're packaged as Fuel Miser or something, but they're a decent unit, and they're on par with the American premium brands, which what they use on the Fox-bodied Mustangs and whatnot. But yeah, they're just a decent unit, so it's worth paying a little bit more money for one, and have it last a bit longer and not end up on the side of the road. See you later.